Well, hi everybody. I'm John Ritland, and this is my review of NWA Powerrr episode 16. Coming right off of NWA Hard Times, a very fun pay-per-view with an incredible women's match I'm going to talk about a little bit later in this review. I want to take a moment to thank every single one of you guys for watching the Hard Times review that myself and the Durbonaire did, as well as the End of the Fire review last month. Thank you guys very much for the support. I really do appreciate it. And we're on the road to the Crockett Cup, and I enjoyed watching and reviewing the 2019 edition of the Crockett Cup, so I can't wait for the 2020 edition. Sad we got to wait about 2.5 months, but they laid some good groundwork here and built on, the fallout from Hard Times, so it's going to be very interesting to see what they do for the next, some odd editions of NWA Powerrr. Only two matches, which I normally would be more down on, but they did have a lot of good storytelling, and including a really, really good hook in the final little interview segment. Anyway, we get recaps of the Skrull, all this drama, and throughout all this, we get a lot of Hard Times recaps, which if you haven't had a chance to watch that pay-per-view, please order the replay. It's an affordable price, and it's really, really fun. And you get to see Thunder Rosa versus Allison Kay, which was an incredible match. It really was. It's going to be on my favorite matches of the year list. It was a great match in general. Not just a great women's match, it was a great match. Those two women tore it up and really showed how, how strong the NWA women's division is, and how, a title match can actually mean something when you properly build it and are given the right amount of time. We get Joe Galli and Stu Bennett on commentary. Sean Mooney, who? Is the good old, Bobby Heenan line and everything. We go backstage to Sean Mooney. Who? God, I freaking miss Bobby Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon. But I like Sean Mooney. Always liked him, doing the backstage stuff for WWE for a number of years. And it's great to see him affiliated with the NWA. He has a rich history in older wrestling and even has his own podcast, I believe. I've heard a little bit of it, but I'm very, very happy that he is included in the NWA brand. He interviews Nick Aldis, calls Flip Gordon flop. That was pretty funny. He does put over Sean Mooney. He says, thank you for being here. It's great to have a man of your stature in the NWA. That was really good. Runs down Marty Scurll, goes over their history just a little bit, teases the fact that we're going to see an interview a little bit later, and we get a little bit of a hook, and he says, you'll know why they call me the dealer. So, nice little hook there. We get Sal Rinauro. I always screw up how to spell the name, so I just have to remember how it sounds. And he has a broken arm, apparently. His arm is in a sling. That's unfortunate, but boy, he's on commentary for this match. It was Royce Isaacs with Mae Valentine versus Andre Gunn, rather, that is, and that's Gunn with an H, so that's Guhn. And Sal really had a lot of goddamn energy on this. I mean, have him on commentary here and there. One, it keeps him fresh in the fans' minds, and also, if this doesn't end up working out after a number of years, like if he, if for any reason after a number of years he wants to transition to being a commentator, I think he could be pretty damn good. He has some really good energy here. At one point, Royce could hear the Saul was talking about him, so he kind of gets in his face, and he almost gets counted out. May has to stop him from that, and Hush Money pins Gunn 1, 2, 3. I mean, Gunn almost got, the victory with an inside cradle, but he wasn't going to win this. We then get Pope D'Angelo De Niro and Eddie Kingston footage. Are we going to get this match? We're probably going to get this match at some point. Then we get a Thunder Rosa interview. One, love Thunder Rosa. I mean, I've said that. I mean, come on. I got the shirt there. Back there somewhere. See? And I was really, really happy to see her capture the NWA Women's Championship. And this was a really good interview. She got to talk a bit. Melina did take credit for her having so much success in the NWA. Teasing that little tension and everything. And we're going to eventually have Thunder Rosa break off from that. And apparently, Allison Kay gets a rematch next week. Okay, cool. All right, we're going to get that. And hopefully, it's not as long as the pay-per-view match, but hopefully it's given enough time. Even for a TV match, it would be very nice if it was at least given 8 minutes. But we'll see. These two work well together. And nice little teases again. Thunder Rosa splitting off from Melina. And she did say at one point, if I have to fight AK a million times, I will win every single one. Cool. And we get Ricky Starks interviews, a new TV champ. And he talks about Arn Anderson, Dusty Rhodes, says that he will defend this title every single week. He will have to defend this title every single week. It's the whole point of the TV championship. Nice little promo here from Ricky Starks, who definitely earned that TV championship. And I've seen him live a few times. Great guy. Really, really great talent. And he has definitely earned this. And it's very, very nice to see some that I saw at some indie shows have some success. But in general, it's just nice to see the NWA brand building stuff up. It's also nice, just for a little sidebar, how digestible the episodes are. They're maybe 50 minutes to, well, in the case of last week's, like 90 minutes. But generally, they're 50 minutes to an hour, and it's just nice and digestible, and they build some good story. And it's TV wrestling, so you don't always get the longest matches, but sometimes you get, some good storytelling. And that's what this one was. This one was very, very story-based, because we only had one other match. We had Zicky Dice, who yells a lot. He yells a lot about like how much his outfit costs and stuff like that. And I don't know if I necessarily believe that it would cost that much, but he is outlandish after all. And we get a match: Ricky Starks versus Zicky Dice, and it's an NWA TV title match in the 6:05 time limit and all that. And I believe it's Joe Galli that mentioned the Lucky 7 rule. If you defend the championship, the TV championship, successfully 7 times, you get a shot at the World Championship. Cool. And even a tie would count as a successful defense. Which, all right, maybe they're building that. And, I'd be all for it, because we could get Ricky Starks getting a shot at Aldis, which would actually be a pretty good match over. I mean, we got that before, but still, we could get it with a little more build and everything. And hell, you could even do it at another pay-per-view down the road and stuff like that. I mean, not the Crockett Cup, obviously, but you could do it at some point if you want to build that up. And even after Starks loses the TV championship, he could earn a shot there. They get a nice little drama built there. Eventually, Zicky Dice does try to get the victory, but nope, we get the stroke, 1, 2, 3. And then we get the rest of his interviews. So I'm just going to go over this stuff. This isn't going to be a very long interview, but we get Drake and Storm with an interview. They're the champs. Yeah. And that's pretty much it. We get Aaron Stevens in the question mark, because it's all about karate. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, karate, as the crowd reminds us. I don't know what James Storm was doing, but boy, he was either acting drunk or I think it was just him playing up. But he mentions that Aaron Stevens is dressed like the Chick-fil-A cow, except poorer, and does some really, really bad jokes. And Aaron Stevens does get off one good line: "For the sake of humanity, I hope you're sterile." This was weird. It was bizarre, but it was funny. I don't know what this was, but good God, I was enjoying it. I mean, it's Eli Drake just having a whole lot of fun as well. And he mentions about the question mark shopping at the bondage rack at Hustler. We get a tag title match soon. Probably. We're probably I don't know about next week, but we're getting it at some point. And we get Trevor Murdoch here, and he's going to face Aaron Stevens next week for the NWA National Championship. And then we get Aldis and Skrull, and it was nice bringing up their history, going over it. I encourage you guys to check this out. I can't do it justice, but I encourage you guys to check this out. Really, really good interview. Nick Aldis, Marty Skrull, of course, coming from where they did in the UK and just building their own brand in other companies. Skrull even mentioning, that Aldis was a former TNA champion back when it was TNA before it became Impact Wrestling. Okay, cool. They're mentioning other companies. Marty's new ROH deal got brought up and all this, a deal of a lifetime. Marty wants one more shot. Give me one more shot. Yeah, I lost at the Crockett Cup. Give me one more shot. That's all I need. Aldis dictates the terms. Says, I'm going to keep the money. And how about you have something to lose? If you lose, you have to pay. You have to pay dearly for your defeat. You have to refund the fans' money. The money back guarantee stipulation, which hasn't really been seen since the Territory days. I'm not so sure about, certain, smaller indie promotions. The last time I recall, I think Cornette and Bullet Bob Armstrong did it back in Smoky Mountain Wrestling. I want to say it was 93 or 94. I recall hearing that. Now, maybe it's been done since then. I don't know, but I remember that. But it's been done. It's been done in Memphis. It's been done in, I'm sure, Mid-South, Texas. It's been done all over. So, I mean, it's a nice old school stipulation, stuff like that. Marty does have to win, though. He does have to win. They kind of have to go with this, and we have to see. But it'd be very interesting to see what they do. Normally, I would downgrade it just because it was just a couple matches, but because of the nice build that they had with it, I could have just given this a C, but I really enjoyed the story building. I enjoyed the story building, and I'm going to have to say B minus. I have to say B minus, which, yes, I know may seem like a low grade, but B minus because it really had good storytelling, and it just built some stuff really nice. We're going to see if the episodes are even better, but this was just coming off of a pay-per-view, so it was a shorter episode, but some nice stories, couple decent matches, and let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Rickland. I'll see you soon.